Today's video, we're continuing on with our defining series, and I'm going to break down what my version is of my Miracle Morning. So if you haven't read The Miracle Morning, it's by Hal Elrod, and it's a phenomenal book. A lot of entrepreneurs give it credit for a lot of the things that make their day really fulfilling and successful. And so what's really important in this series is that we actually get really clear on a lot of things that we're thinking about and a lot of things that we're doing. And one of my favorite things that I've learned in the last few years is this idea of priming your day, or as Ed Mylett refers to it, putting bookends around your day. And this has become such a big contributing factor to my life that I felt that it's important to share, and I want to see if we can help design your version of a miracle morning that would really set you up to be energized and fulfilled and excited every single day. So the first hour of your day, they've learned, is very, very important. And what most people do is they get up, they get out of bed, they have their normal routine, they use the restroom, they get a cup of coffee, they brush their teeth. But a lot of times, the first thing we're doing in the morning is we're actually reaching for our cell phone and we're starting to scroll through social media, the news, our emails. And then what happens? Our brains, our minds, our hearts, our emotions, everything that we have for our day is now automatically driven by whatever the world's demands are for us. And what they found is it's creating some forms of anxiety, depression. It's creating a lot of problems for people throughout their day that they're struggling with that end up manifesting in behaviors that they don't really want to see play out in their life, like overeating, over drinking, smoking, these kinds of things that are really hard and bad for you during your day. So one thing that I like to do every single morning is I block off the first hour of my morning just for me. And I learned this from Jim Quick. And again, it's throughout this book, Miracle Morning, and it's a phenomenal read. But really what I do is I talk about taking the first hour of my day just for me, and I don't touch my phone, okay? So I just leave my phone completely away from me, and I like to prime my day with beginning my day with my very first thought as soon as I wake my eyes, something with gratitude. You know, this is something that is a really powerful prayer that Jews use, and this is something that I borrowed from them because, you know, I want to be able to start my day in a really positive way. I start with a little gratitude, a little quick prayer, and then I'm up and I'm immediately going into my affirmations, right? How good I feel about today, how blessed I feel, how lucky I am to be alive, how much I love my life, how excited I am to get to do the things I get to do today. And I practice smiling, feeling really good, just taking some slow breaths. Then what I like to do is I like to get outside and walk right away. Now, sometimes I do this barefoot in my grass. Sometimes I just walk the block, whatever I'm really feeling that day. But I like to listen to a really nice hertz frequency at about 528. It's a phenomenal frequency to just relax. It's kind of like that spa music you hear when you go, and it's kind of like that relaxing background noise. I like to listen to that, and then I like to think about and mentally rehearse all the things that I want to be true in my life, and I practice how I'm going to feel when those things are accomplished. So I think about the dad that I want to be. I think about the husband I want to be. I think about my interactions with my kids that I'm about to have when they wake up. How can I be present? How can I be engaged? Same with my wife. How can I actually listen to her and not be rushing out the door? Right? I think about the things I want to eat for the day so I can set myself up for success. I think about the things that must happen for me to feel fulfilled today. I have to make sure I get some exercise in. I have to make sure I get some time, reading the Bible. I have to get some time with the people I love, and I have to feel like I've served and contributed to my community. These are things that are really important. I run through my goals, and I have a list of affirmations that I made that I put over this frequency, and I'll even play that and listen to those. Florence Scovel Shinn wrote a book called Your Word is Your Wand. Phenomenal section on the most powerful affirmations I've ever heard. I listen to that all the time. So what I do is I spend that first hour for myself, right? Just a little water, little breathing, little affirmation, little positive thought, practicing feeling amazing and that gratitude. And once I have it locked in, it's much easier to hold on to the rest of my day. The days that I skip it because I'm too busy to take care of myself, then I'm a mess, right? Everyone's had this day, and probably a lot of people live this day every day, where you wake up and you're just thrown into the world and you just kind of bounce around, and you're giving away your energy and your power. You're struggling. You're not really reaching your potential or feeling as good as you could possibly feel that day because you've given it all away. But if you can concentrate it in the morning and hold on to it, meditation is very, very powerful. You can sit, you can reflect, and you can practice the muscle of pushing things away so you can stay present. And that's what happens during meditation. A lot of people think, I'm meditating wrong. I can't seem to just focus and get my mind to quiet down. It's like, that's the meditation. You're practicing moving thoughts out of your mind, being present on the one thing you want to focus on, and then you can show up powerfully in that area. And so what I love to do is just like what Tony Robbins said, prime my day so I feel incredible. Then I'm able to come back to that, right? And I'm even able to use that time to mentally rehearse things that I know that are going to come up that used to be triggers for me or be hard to deal with, and practice how I'm going to be a better version of myself. Dr. Joe Dispenza is the best about doing, this neuroplasticity and training your subconscious mind to change so that way it can become your supercomputer and help you out throughout your day, right? And the data says that our subconscious brain is running about 95% of our day. The conscious mind, which is wishes, desires, runs about 5%. So I think the megabits per second is like 40 million to like 40 or something crazy like that in terms of data that your brain, each part of your brain can process. So if your brain can process much faster in the fight or flight subconscious mode, and you can process data much quicker because at one time human beings needed to be able to do that to be able to survive in the wild, that fight or flight response, that subconscious mind, all those programs that you've put in there that make up the sum total of who you are today, that's running your day. So 95% of our day we're unconscious. 5% of our day we're actually having conscious thoughts. And so that's why it's so important to do this in the morning, but especially at night. And this is where the bookend thing comes, right? I add on the nighttime routine. At night, I like to quiet down with the same type of routine and affirmations. And what's amazing is your subconscious mind is really just a tape player. And this is what Dr. Lipton teaches us, right? Like your subconscious mind literally just takes all the information from that day and then plays it back overnight so you remember how you're going to be the next day. Well, if you can go to bed with your own affirmations you create about what you want to be true in your life, your subconscious mind will then sync that in while you're asleep. It's a very powerful learning state where you're restoring information and data. It will play that back the next day. I can't tell you how many times I wake up and automatically, instead of having negative thoughts, I'm thinking positive thoughts. So I like combining the morning routine and the nighttime routine. Now again, that's my routine. There's a bunch of different ways that you could do this for you that works personally, right? But I notice that when I honor that, I take care of myself and I stick to that routine, my day is much more fulfilling. I'm getting the things done that I want to do, and I'm just enjoying life more. So I hope that's helpful. I think that's really important for retirement too, because you do have so much time to be able to show up in different areas of your life now. I think that taking that time for yourself is really crucial, and giving that time to give consideration to who you want to be is really, I think, one of the most important things we can do for ourselves every day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you missed some of this series and you want to go back to my video on creating your mission, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.